So Glover talks about becoming truly selfish. And while I think that there's value in everything he's teaching you here, you're starting the whole lesson with becoming truly selfish. Selfish is a negative connotation.
Right.
I can't remember how Catherine, my beautiful wife, says this as a perfect way of saying it. I don't know if you've heard it before, but selfish, right? And like, it's about being self, but it's ish, I'm going to see you at 3 o'clock ish, around and about 3 o'clock. And when Catherine put this into my perspective, I was like, damn, that's good. We need to be selfish. We need to take care of ourselves. Okay. The oxygen mask mentality. Okay.
That's right.
We can't take care of anybody. We have to bring the energy to home if we haven't filled our cup first to have the energy to deliver.
That's right.
Okay. But you can't start the thought process with a negative connotation in your mind.
That's right.
That's why I'm very clear about communication versus conversation.
That's right.
Right. Because communication has a negative connotation. Don't go to bed angry. You got to learn to communicate, right? That sounds like work, right? Versus conversation, not work.
That's right.
So I don't know what you like to talk about this, but I know that myself is, think about it like Catherine says, selfish, like that weekend trip we talked about going on. That you're probably not in a position where you can. Don't be selfish and go. Okay. Don't be self and go is really what
that's right. Saying. That's right. And think about this too. If you get, I get accosted a lot of times in public where, hey, you got $1? You got $1? You can give some homeless guy some money, but what if you don't have any? If you don't have anything to give, you can't give it. If you're not where someone else wants to go, then you can't take them. And so until you possess, you can't give. And so a lot of times we think, well, it's selfish for me to actually take care of myself. It's selfish for me to find time for myself. It's selfish, but it's actually a good thing, because if I am not well with my mind, my body, my relationships, then I have nothing to give. I have nothing to give. And yet I'll continue to give. And then what's going to be the result of that? It's going to be resentment. It's going to be hiding. I was a good hider. I'm an avoidant person. And so when things feel oppressive, I'm just like, I get out of here. And where'd James go? I don't know. He just vanished. He's a magician.
And you know where I was, because I'd be in your face screaming.
Right. And I'd have those episodes too, but they were far and few between. But when they came out, they were bad.
That's right.
Very, very bad.
So it is important to be selfish. Focus on what's going to fill your cup, but probably if your partner thinks you're selfish, for example, you're missing other foundational things, like balancing the calendar, is a simple example. Okay. Maybe you spend more money on something and she's mad because you spent that much money or whatever. Well, maybe you're bad with budgeting. Okay. Maybe you guys haven't had a conversation, not communication, conversation about what you're doing with your goals. Well, maybe you can't have those conversations because you don't have the tools to actually get through them, right? Hard conversation. Her feelings, your feelings, you get through it. What's that? Emotional connection.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So we don't have to be afraid of this stuff, but think about selfish, like Catherine would talk about, and actually move yourself forward when it's the right time. Okay.
Something you're going to feel when you start doing this and you start really focusing on yourself for a while is other people are going to think you're selfish. And they're going to accuse you of that. They're going to make you feel a little awkward. And that nice guy garbage is going to raise up, and the temperature is going to rise inside of you. And you're going to start trying to explain or defend or lecture or justify things. Don't do that. This is part of the process of you learning to be who you are. And it's also going to help regulate your emotions and regulate your nervous system. You'll never be able to get stronger if you don't work to failure. And so part of this is going to be you learning that you've got to feel the anxiety and the pressure of wanting to give in when somebody's saying, I can't believe you're so selfish. You're such an asshole. I knew this is who you were. No, what you can say in your mind is, you have no idea who I am, and I'm going to show you. You stay the
in your mind,
like in your mind, in your mind. Don't say those things. I outspeak my thoughts a lot.